Our second video is going to focus on the concept of factor by grouping. This is for section 6.4, factoring and solving polynomial equations. In factor by grouping, one of the first things I want to remind you is that factor by grouping is one of our only group or factoring methods where you're always going to have 4 terms. So if you see 4 terms that you can't combine, that tells you that we're going to do grouping. So here's our grouping. I've taken a look at all of these and I've ordered them from highest power to lower, and that's standard form. But the first thing we always want to look for is, can we take out a common monomial? Look first at the coefficients, then the variables. So you can see these are all even, so I'm going to pull out a 2, and you can see that the largest or the smallest or largest factor in the x's is we can pull an x squared out of there too. So a lot of these examples I'm just throwing in that you need to look for those first. So let's pull out and see what our monomial looks, or our terms look like in here. So what's left over in the first term, all we're going to have is x cubed. The second term, if I take a 2x squared out, all that's going to be left is another 2x squared. Okay. When I take 2x squared out of negative 4x cubed, I'm going to get negative 2x, and our last term should be negative 4. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a different pen really quick and show you that here's where our grouping comes into account. I'm going to take a look at these guys right here, and I'm going to take a look at these guys right here, and I'm going to pull out common monomials out of each of them. Ready? Here we go. So I'm going to leave the 2x squared here. I'm going to put brackets in here so that we can start to see it. Common term here, x squared. What's left over? X from the first one, 2 in the second. Okay. Now I want to get that out of it again. So here, since there's negatives, I'm going to pull out a negative 2, and that leaves x from the first term and a positive 2 from the second term. Close my brackets. Okay. Now this part is particularly tricky, but or hard to understand, but you'll get used to it. Really, x plus 2 is a number, so I'm going to factor that out. Watch this. It's common between both of those. So just like pulling the x squared out of both of these terms, I'm going to pull an x plus 2 out of both of the other. So how many x plus 2's were in this whole number here? X squared of them. How many x plus 2's are right here? Negative 2 of them. And we have our work complete. So here's factoring by grouping. I'm just going to follow over. I can't factor anything else out here. And this looks like it might be a difference of squares, but 2 is not a perfect square. So we're finished. All right.